Do not post your current occupation on LinkedIn. Don't do it. It's just not a good idea. And I'll explain more in a few minutes. Before we do that, let me first do some housekeeping. What's going on? My name is Ari Juiced from JobsRE.com. JobsRE.com is a job listing website where we pretty much have a list of employers looking to hire people. So if you're looking for work, definitely consider JobsRE.com. From logistics to tech, hospitality, admin, clerical, you name it, full-time, part-time, seasonal, in-person, remote, hybrid. It's all there if you're looking for work. JobsRE.com. I'll leave the link of that website in the box below. Also, if you need equipment for your remote occupations or monitors, computer components, mouse, keyboards, USB headsets, of course, laptops, desktops, all there on the website as well. If you need, to purchase affordable computer components for your work from home job. Also, join our email list newsletter on the website as well. Everything is on the website. Everything is on the website. So just make your way over there right now. Again, the link is down below at your convenience. Last but not least, last announcement, I promise. Special thank you and big shout outs to our supporters and good friends over at CourseCareers.com, which is a online tech program helping people, or that has helped people land a job in tech, earning between $50,000 to six figures plus. This is still possible in 2024 with all the crazy nonsense that's going on. If interested, check out CourseCareers.com. I encourage it, and we're all set to talk more about this situation, which is posting your current occupation or employment or employer on LinkedIn. Yeah, so like I said before, posting your current occupation and your employer or your employment, to me, it's not a good idea. It's something I don't do. I currently work in tech. I work in IT. Of course, I won't disclose my current employer, but I wouldn't really post. Let's just say this: posting your current employment is not a good idea. Maybe your occupation, right? Maybe post what you do currently, but to post where you work, to me, is a bad idea. Now, I'm not saying this because I'm in trouble, someone's trying to get me or whatnot, someone's trying to, nothing like that, right? I'm just noticing how LinkedIn or platforms similar to LinkedIn, a lot of people are posting way too much information that I don't think the public needs to have access to. I'm sure there's a private way of sharing that information with, people that you want to share it with. For example, maybe a HR personnel, a recruiter, a hiring manager. Yes, they should have access to your information because they want to see your current job. Where do you work, right? So that makes all the sense in the world. For them to have access to your current resume, that makes sense. I support it all day. So if there's a way to set that private mode of only giving access to certain people, wonderful. Go for it. I encourage it. That makes sense. The opposite of just having the entire world seeing where you work, that's crazy to me. If you hear that noise, it's a guy walking down the street singing his heart out. He's having a good time. If you hear some singing in the background, that's what's coming from. He's getting close and close to the car, so excuse the noise. Yeah. Anyway. I'm not sure if you heard that, but whatever. excuse the noise. But like I said, there's a way to do this, and I hope it's possible where you can set your information to private, where only certain people have access to that information. Go for it. The public they don't need to know where you work. I do not support that whatsoever. It just does not make any sense to me. Again, LinkedIn, it seems like LinkedIn is becoming a place to show off your new occupation. And that's not to shame people. Yeah, it's great. It's a celebration, but it just seems like it's almost like a ha, look at me. This is my new job. You can't get this job, or, it feels like that. I could be wrong, and I hope I am. I hope I'm wrong, but it's starting to feel that's where it's going towards? Just really showing off your new job. And I think that's a good thing, right? Because I'm happy to see people win. I love seeing people win. This is the great thing about LinkedIn, and maybe it's also a bad thing of posting way too much information. So when I'm seeing people post their new occupation, the job name and everything, I think that's a little too much information for the public, man. That's just my opinion. I don't think people need to know your current employer. Maybe the occupation, right? All day. They don't know where you work. It could be, you may be working for yourself. Who knows? But the point is, it's just too much information that's being let out. That's my whole point about this video. That's my whole point. So I'm not sure if it's something that makes sense to you. Again, there's maybe pros and cons to it in terms of posting your current employer. I'm sure there's pros and cons, right? The pros is we're seeing that you are working at a job, and let's say something in IT or tech. It's amazing that you but you landed that job working in that field, right? I'm happy to see that so much. I love it. That's a plus to see someone win. It's gorgeous. It's motivating. Maybe I'll speak for myself. That's what I get, or the feeling that I get when I see someone win or do something great in life. I'm happy for that person. But at the same time, and this is so common, so many people are doing this, and I'm just as guilty, right? I've done it before. I posted my previous job at the time, the name of the place. I did that. And nothing happened to me, obviously, right? I'm fine. But I just, maybe right now, this very day, me looking back and me seeing right now what's going on LinkedIn, where people are just doing the same operation, posting their current employment, I'm like, that is kind of cringy. But at the same time, it's something to celebrate, right? It's something to congratulate somebody on. Pros and cons, right? It's just a weird, a very strange, I don't know what you want to call it. I guess idea. It's not an idea, but just a very strange thing to do, I'll say. It really is. And I hope I'm making sense. Excuse me. I hope I'm not offending anybody. But I think it's maybe it's time to be, it may be a good idea to be very careful in what you're posting on social media, especially your current occupation. And the reason why it's a bad thing to me is, what if someone doesn't like you so much where they will contact your employer and try to cancel you by getting you fired, basically, right? I'm not saying this happens a lot, but it's a possibility that someone may just be that malicious and try to remove you from your current occupation because of whatever reason, because of just evil intent, So I'm not saying it happens to people frequently, but maybe it's best to not put yourself in that situation by not posting too much. It's almost like posting your home address, right? The public doesn't need to have that information about you. No one needs to know your current home address. No one needs to know that information that's in the public. It's very, very private. And I put that amount of privacy, your home address, right? I put that amount of privacy, to me, that is in line with your current occupation or your current employment. It's in line in terms of privacy. It's your income, It's a big deal. It's your reputation. It's your job title. So again, I'm not trying to make it seem like it's a doom and gloom type of thing or make you scared of posting online, but just be aware of what you're doing. Basically, just kind of sit there and think before posting that piece of content. Hey, maybe this is a little too much information for the public. I'll maybe give this access to people who know me, who I trust, to know where I work. Not the entire freaking world. It doesn't need to happen. And that to me is the cons of LinkedIn, or platforms like LinkedIn. There's so many eyes, meaning there's a lot of potential potential scammers, excuse me. There's so many potential scammers that's on these platforms now ready to attack. And they don't need to know your every move. So that's why I'm against this now, posting online your current job, is the amount of waste of lives, evil people, deadbeats, bums, ready to try to, scam or just ruin your life because they know your every move. They know where you work. And again, I keep apologizing. I'm not trying to sound doom and gloom, but just be aware of what you're doing before hitting that post button on social media. Does everyone need to know my current job? And the answer is no. We don't need to know this. And that's, to me, the cons of LinkedIn. Hope this made sense. Much love to you. I pray to God I did not offend anybody. Just want to kind of just put out, I guess some kind of, I'm not sure what I'm talking about, right? Just be cautious, really. just be cautious in what you're posting, especially on social media. Much love, peace out. Thanks for watching.